Hello, everyone. Welcome to this General Assembly meeting from the Y Project. It's a pleasure for me to host you, all of you, and to see you all together. Here in the room, we have most of the consortium and a couple of other persons that are also attending, and online. Welcome everyone to this meeting. With me is the Rosa Santibáñez, the Vice Rector of Research from the University of Deusto, that is going to make the institutional welcome of this.
Thank you, Cruz. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the University of Deusto. Thank you very much for being here at this second General Assembly and Consortium meeting of Y, an Age 2020 project entitled Climbing the Causality Ladder to Understand and Project the Energy Demand of the Residential Sector. I would like to start by greeting all the attendees that are here physically or virtually. I know that are on connecting step by step, and by thanking all the panelists that will take part in this meeting and in the different activities and roundtables you have arranged. The topics you are going to discuss today are in the top of the agenda in these days, where the international conflict has put the energetic transition, the gas, the energy system model at the center of all debates. One of the main goals of this meeting is to increase people's capabilities by training them, students, and the community in general. Today, you will debate how citizens consume and behave at home in relation to energy consumption, how citizens receive information and make decisions, and how policymakers take decisions by planning and implementing different measures. Because we only have one planet, one Earth, and I guess we are not planning to go and live on Mars, and Europe's future depends on a healthy planet. If we as human beings want to survive, we have to change our way of living and our consumption habits, starting at home. The European Union is committed to achieving climate neutrality by 2050. Achieving this goal will require a transformation of European society and economy, which will have to be cost-effective, fair, and socially balanced. All measures taken must be based on both technological advances and behavioral changes. And that implies a collaborative work, where any agent, any stakeholder is relevant, needed, and responsible to others. The engagement of all of us will lead us to not only to more effective strategies and measures, but to a more sustainable and fair society. You are in a century-old Jesuit and non-profit university that has been able in all these years to combine innovation with tradition, science with values, and technology with humanism and with human beings. Deusto, since it was born at the end of the 18th century, has been committed to those who are on the edge, on the border, to the most vulnerable. This project, this research project, will not end with the research itself, but will provide action measures, and that links in with our research strategy. Our research strategy is based on collaboration and on participation, because we deeply believe that together we become stronger, more competitive, and reach higher goals. This strategy is called the 6I model, because it highlights 6 keywords that start with I. All of them remind us the spirit of collaboration. The 6 keywords starting with the letter I are international, interdisciplinarity, intersectoriality, impact, innovation, and inclusion. Let me stress today some of them. The first I responds to international collaboration, including other countries, other cultures, other territories. The second I aligns with interdisciplinarity, collaboration, as we have had a group of researchers from different fields working together, from engineering to social sciences. The third I, the intersectorial collaboration, has actively involved other stakeholders and agents. The fourth I responds for impact, an impact that goes beyond scientific impact. Today, we focus on the societal impact to explore different recommendations for policymakers and best practices to change our consumption habits at home. I know that the researchers will share with all of you 2 experiments that have let them put knowledge in action. One is related to rate change, and the other second with communities. The 5th EAI responds to innovation, and it refers today with the way of dealing with the triple transition, deeply connected, the green, the societal, and the techno-digital. And the last, but not least, because perhaps it could be also the first one, the I for inclusion. We are deeply committed to the participation of everyone, every person, regardless of their situation, gender, age, religion, faith, sexual orientation, employment status, region, nationality, ethnic group, or any other dimension. Today's session encourages all citizens to reflect and change their lifestyle and consumption habits at home. I'm confident that this morning will be fruitful and enriching for all of us. Thank you very much for being here, for participating, and for being willing to share, learn, and enjoy together. Thank you.
Well, I will now make a very short presentation of the WIDE project before giving the floor to the panel. So, yeah, I'm Cruz Borges, the coordinator of the WIDE project. This is, as the vice rector said, a European project that is at the half of its lifespan. The key objective of the project is to try to assess how the energy consumption trends on households are going to change in the future. I mean, and by doing causal models, we wanted to know why the people is behaving as it is behaving now, and how it's going to change into the future. And we are going to try to focus on 4 aspects of energy transition: the energy efficiency, distributed generation, the demand response, and the electrification of services. The idea is that we wanted to take all this knowledge that we are going to produce and try to put into energy system models to try to help policymakers and other technical staff to make better decisions when planning the energy transition. So our concept is that we are going to do a top-down approach. So we are going to try to first model the behavior of people. Then we are going to try to model what is inside a house. And combining those 2, we can create realistic simulation of what is happening at household level. And then we are going to try to upscale to whatever it's needed. And then we are going to plug in all this information into the energy system models. We are going to then later on use all these technologies into 5 use cases where we are going to produce the impact. We are going to assess microgrid operation. And the idea here is to understand what is happening inside blackout. Second one is an energy cooperative, and the idea here is to try to learn, try to produce tools for them to better assess change of tariff or strategies for foster the energy transition. Then we are going to have the energy community, that here we are going to try to produce tools in order to ease the deployment of energy communities. This is something that is now quite interesting. I mean, a lot of people are doing these kind of things. And then we are going to have the 2 energy system model, the 2 big use cases where we are going to reassess the European strategies. And then we are going to also assess a global scenario, a global strategy. We are 8 partners from across Europe. We have 1 university, 3 research centers, 1 SME, 1 industry, and 2 NGOs. Now we are more or less geographically distributed across Europe. And yeah, we cover most of the research value chain from one point to the other. I cannot just thank you everyone for being here. We will also, now I give the floor to Chris and the panel, and we are going to start making the arrangement to connect to the speakers.